Welcome to Weeb Boys Wonderland, where today we're gonna commit heresy. We're ranking the top 10 Nintendo franchises of all time. Not based on nostalgia, not based on childhood bias, but on what they really are. Multi-million-dollar brands wrapped in sugar and sadness. Let's roast some icons. Lovingly, of course. Splatoon is basically TikTok, if it was a shooter. Flashy, loud, hyper. But if you ask someone what the game's actually about, it's like territory control, I think? Not much story. Tons of pain. Real fact. Nintendo originally tested the game with rabbits. No joke. Thank God we ended up with Squid Kids and Streetwear and dubstep instead Donkey Kong. He was relevant, we swear. Donkey Kong was literally Mario's first enemy. Arcade royalty. Now he's like that chill uncle who talks about the good old days and just vibes with Diddy in the jungle. Real fact. Donkey Kong saved Nintendo from financial collapse in the 1980s. Now he shows up every few years to collect bananas and play the bongos. Evolution. Kirby. Cute on the outside, nightmare fuel inside. Kirby looks like a sentient marshmallow, but eats gods for breakfast. Every final boss in Kirby turns into some cosmic horror with 17 eyeballs and a Latin name. Real fact, he's named after John Kirby, Nintendo's lawyer, who helped them win a lawsuit in the 80s. So yeah, pink blob of death with legal energy. Fire Emblem, anime chess with trauma.
Well, Ike, you had enough?
Fire Emblem is strategy, sure, but let's be honest. You're here for the waifus, tea time flirting, and the inevitable betrayal that emotionally ruins you. Real fact, Fire Emblem was almost cancelled in the West. Then Smash Bros. Added Marth and Roy, and suddenly it was like, hold up, who are these sword boys? Smash literally saved this franchise. Metroid gaming for people who like being lost. Metroid is like Dark Souls in space. No map, no hints, no joy. Just vibes and alien isolation. Real fact, Samus was one of the first female protagonists in gaming, but you only found out if you beat the game fast enough, and she takes off her armor. So, yeah, progress with conditions. Number 5, Animal Crossing capitalism, but make it cute. You wake up, owe money to a raccoon, and start selling bugs to pay it off. Animal Crossing is low-key a debt simulator wrapped in pastel aesthetics. Real fact. During the pandemic, New Horizons basically became the internet's social media platform. People had weddings, funerals, and even talk shows in-game. Tom Nook was our emotional support Zoom call. Super Smash Bros. Fan service. The game number 4. Smash Bros. Is Nintendo's fever dream. Mario punches Sephiroth on a Pokemon stage while Kirby swallows Bayonetta. None of it makes sense, and it's beautiful. Real fact, creator Masahiro Sakurai called Smash Ultimate his life's work, and honestly, respect. This man made a cathedral out of crossover chaos. Number 3, Pokemon, same game, different hat. Every year a new Pokemon game drops. Every year the bugs get worse. But, oh look, a new Pokemon that looks like a coffee cup. Take my money. Real fact. Pokemon is the highest grossing media franchise on Earth, more than Marvel, more than Star Wars. Yet somehow Game Freak can't figure out how to animate a spinning tree. Number 2. The Legend of Zelda. Guy saves princess. Doesn't speak. Since 1986, the formula's been Ganon bad, Zelda kidnapped, Link silent. And still, every Zelda game is a masterpiece. Real fact, Breath of the Wild redefined open-world gaming, and it was originally built for the Wii U. That's like making God of War on a microwave. And still winning. Number 1, Super Mario from plumber to multiverse icon. Mario has more careers than your cousin who can't commit. Doctor, racer, time traveler, paper. He's basically LinkedIn Premium in overalls. Real fact, the name Mario came from Nintendo of America's landlord. He threatened to evict them, so they named their main character after him. Petty? Maybe. Legendary? Absolutely. And that's the real story behind Nintendo's biggest franchises. Full of drama, lawsuits, forgotten legends, and broken physics. Which one's your favorite GOAT? Drop a comment, smash the like button, subscribe to Wee Boys Wonderland, or Kirby will appear in your room at 3 a.m. and inhale your savings account. Catch you in the next Chaos Drop. Peace.